Alrighty, it seems like they have a really bulky defensive team. It seems like good luck, have fun, you know? And it looks like low kicks food, it seems like. Let's start off with low kicks. I'm gonna start off with low kicks, I'm gonna start off with Latios. Do I want to start? I'll just start with Torn and see from there. But yeah, let's see. You got Kabalion right here. Nice play on my part. I am gonna Bleak Wind Storm in case you want to go for an brother on the first turn. Are you serious right now? So they have no ghost type. So yeah, there's the speed drop and they go Volt Switch. Very good AV move on my part to do that and start off the game. But let's see what they're gonna do next. They go Tornadus on their own. I am going to U-turn in case they want to go for knockoff. I'm going to U-turn before they knock off. Yep. Fine with this. I am going to go to Zapdos in case they want to go for a knockoff. U-turn, please, paralysis. Nope, unfortunately not. So they go their own Sandy Shocks. I do save myself. I am going to go for a Latios switch since that's kind of not really resistant anything. Let's see, there's Power Gem like I thought, and that's one. Oop. And they said sorry, so yeah. I'm gonna go Draco Meteor. Nothing can really resist it except for Torn doing AV, but look at that damage. Okay! I don't think, yeah, it's 358, so I am gonna go Zapdos in case they want to go for a knockoff or whatever. But yeah, there it is. They talk about one. They go Kabalion. I do swap the Zapdos, which I'm happy with. I am gonna think about it. Let me go Calc Deck since this is a tournament match. Heat Wave does OHKO it, so hopefully it does that. There's a little bit of damage, but the do Volt Switches that are Sandy Shocks. Hopefully Heat Wave will do a little bit of damage. Do I want to swap into... I do see them going for a Power Gem. What my plan is, what do I want to do? I am going to plan on going to swap into... I'm guessing they're planning on going for Earth Power. Not Earth Power. They're probably going to plan for a Thunderbolt or whatever. I really am worried about this. I can go Tower Ghost. I can do this with Assault Vest. Yeah, I'll do this. Torn get hit, but let's see. Power Gem. Earth Power Prediction. Pretty nice, pretty nice, pretty nice, pretty nice. I could do this. This is not going to be a move. I'm going to go U-turn to get some Regenerator Chip, and Slowking is there now. I'm happy about this, as I can go to my own low kick since it is not banded, and it could do a lot of damage with a knockoff right then and there. If they want to swap, then that's their fault. Let's see. That's a knockoff, and that's Rocky Helmet. Pretty nice. Unfortunate, boots, or not boots, or whatever move comes off. I'm going to U-turn their body press. Let's see. Ooh, that's very good that we are defensive. So it's very good that we are defensive. So that means they are faster than 261. I am going to go to my... You know what? I am going to... 261. That means this Zapdos is slower. I want to go to Latios, but is that going to be worth it? Let me think about it for a moment. You know what? I am going to go Torn right here and do this. Get a little bit of damage off. Sure, that's going to be that. I am going to go for a U-turn in case I'm going to swap to a beautiful moving that. Let's see. Crud. I'm going to go Zapdos in case they go Body Press. Let's see, hopefully. Volt Switch. Nice little play on their part. I'm guessing they're going to go Power Gem. Tornadus-T, I'm surprised. I'm going to save up the Volt Switch. That's why I have it. There goes Sandy Shocks. Very nice play on Radvil's part. So what I'm going to do now is I am definitely slower. This Power Gem knocked me out. It doesn't, but I can roost off the damage. Perfect play on my part. I definitely get a good roost off right here. And that's going to get the Hoopa Unbound in there. Do that. So they're probably going to be scared of the thing. I'm going to go Hurricane in case you go Confusion. Knockoffs there. Paralysis is perfect. Let's go Hurricane. Let's see. And no Confusion, unfortunately. I'm going to roost off the damage. Let's see. There's Sandy Shocks. Do that damage right there. Does none much. And now I just go for a swap. Do I want to swap out? Do I want to go for another move? I'm going to roost again. Power Gem's not going to do much. This is 55%. That's that. And you know what? I do see the Zapdos does have a lot of worth. Do I want to keep Latios is my breaker. Torn is going to do much. Do I want to keep the Excadrill healthy for the situation. I do think I want to keep the Excadrill healthy just in case they want to bring out Kabalion or bring out something else. What I might do is I might just go sacrifice the Zapdos. Sacrifice the Zapdos. Go for Excadrill if that's going to be that. Do that. I'm thinking they're going to go Power Gym again. I will go for a Volt Switch, but it'll probably go Power. Oh yeah, this is very good on my part. They don't have a Terra Ghost yet. Unless they want to go Ogerpon, which would be very scary. But I do have First Impression, Adamant, Low Kick, so that's going to be that. Unless they're going to go their Hoopa or their Kabalion. They go their Ogerpon. I'm happy about this play because I could definitely go U. They probably realize I'm not going to be that. I'm going to go First Impression in case I'm going to go for a hit. They're probably going to get knocked out either way because Ogerpon's really, really weak to low kicks. But let's see, our damage rolls. Yeah, First Impression will automatically knock it out. So let's see. We go Kabalion. Very smart play on their part to get rid of the Kabalion. That is going to be getting rid of their rocks for good. I am going to go Pecharunt in case they're going to go for a Hurricane or a Bleak Wind Storm. Let's see. U-turn. I'm happy with this play either way. So they're probably going to go into their Torn, or they're probably going to go into their, let's see, whatever move they go to. I am going to Sludge Bomb either way, unless they're going to go to their Hoopa, which I am going to definitely Terra Fairy Nasty Plot if I do that. Let's see. There's that. There's the Hoopa. I am planning on... Do I want a Terra? Yeah, I'll have to Terra. I'm a Terra Fairy. I'm going to Nasty Plot real quick, and let's see the predicted knockoff real quick. There's Hypnosphere Fury. I do understand why you did that. I'm not really surprised. They go Torn. They're pretty scared about that. Let's see. That's going to do 37. This is AV. I'm going to Sludge Bomb. They will Sludge Bomb themselves. Let's get Sludge Bomb. Hopefully Poison Puppeteer. No Puppeteer, unfortunately. I'm going to go to Excadrill now in case I'm going to go for a beautiful Sludge Bomb. U-turn. Okay, that's very scary. That's a big misplay on my part. I was trying to keep the Excadrill healthy in case that. But I can do go Terra Ghost and on their Earth Power. No, I forgot I don't have that. Shoot. Okay. Good news is this. I can definitely Rapid Spin on the Ogerpon and see how bulky this thing is. I mean, unless it's a crit, it won't knock me out. So I'm going to Rapid Spin now. Unless they have something Tantrum or whatever. I highly doubt they're going to go Oko me with a beautiful Ogerpon. Yeah, they're go Terra Grass. It's definitely an Oko. Yeah, it's definitely an Oko. Damn. Unfortunate, but I am going to go my own low kicks right quick. I'm my First Impression to knock out the Ogerpon, knowing that they're probably going to go for a swap and then try to go for another move. Pretty much stuck on the Hoopa. Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, low kicks wins the game. Low kicks is going to go stupid this game. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go my AV Torn. Let's see what you're going to do. Are you going to knock off? You go Bleak Wind on their own. They will create another one. Unfortunate. But one of my plan is I am going to knock off on the Torn, my own Torn. The U-turn. That's very fortunate on my part. They go Sandy Shock to sacrifice it, which I'm happy about. Knock off their item, which was Heavy Duty Boots. They go Ogerpon on their own. I am going to plan on doing the... I'm going to go to my Pecharunt right now. Get that damage. They go knock off. Nothing much right there. I am going to recover on their move. They probably swap out the Torn like I thought. I'm going to do this. Get a lot of recovery off. I am going to go to Sludge. Why am I Shadow Balling? Of course I played like misclick. That was a bad misclick, but they got a good special defense drop. You're gonna see that does 32. I do have a chance to do damage. Let's see. They go swap out. I'm happy about this move. They go Slowking, which I'm happy about. Get a Sludge Bomb off. Let's see. Poison. Perfect. So they get an automatic infusion. And we both deal with the same damage at the same time. I am going to recover as they go Torn again. Recover would be fine. And you get Poison Chip. I'm fine with this. I am going to go Sludge Bomb again. Bleak Wind's your move. I do see your speed drop. Yep. And I go for a critical hit Sludge Bomb. No poison. So this means this is probably AV. But unfortunately, this is definitely feeling like a Covert Cloak. So you have that. Let's see. Does Latios knock you out, though? No. But I do see a way out of this one. So it'll knock off on you, unless you're going to swap it to your Ogerpon, which I won't be surprised of. Perfect play on that. I knock off your AV. You U-turn. Who you gonna go out to? Your Ogerpon Teal. You're gonna use Speed Boost. I am gonna sacrifice you. Knockoffs there to get rid of my AV on my own. So unless you're scared of the low kicks again, you're gonna have to play a game of chicken. I'm gonna go for a U-turn in case you want to go for a beautiful swap. And look at that play right there! That's called Latios Gaming, mother trucker. Let's get it. So that's there. That's Poison Chip. Let's see. And I just go. Okay. How much Thunderbolt does to Horn? That's Oko, but let's say a little bit more. Let's say not 50. I'm gonna Draco real quick. Draco. It's probably gonna do a nice chunk. They'll probably knock off Ogerpon. But yeah, this is gonna be a very unfortunate game 1 loss unless it's gonna be a bad move. Yeah, they do that. I'm not surprised, but let's see here. We go to our low kicks. They're probably gonna go for a move. I'm gonna first impression. If they swap, nope, they don't swap. So I do lose in this game. Let's say I just go for a sucker punch. Hopefully get some damage, but it's probably not gonna work. Yeah, that is the first game. But yeah, GG's for game 1. Yeah, and I'm gonna really try my best for game 2 because you know, I'm gonna make sure I win this game. I'm gonna do the same team, run it back. But let's see how they're going to do with the run back. Let's see real quick. Alright, and they bring another team. They probably realize it's the same team. So I'm going to realize they're playing with a little bit more defense, I guess. I'm going to do this. I'm going to lead into my Excadrill. They're really glazing up the Cobalion, which I don't like. I don't like Cobalion too much. I promise you that one. But yeah. So yeah, the game plan is rock up and see. They go Mamoswine. I do have that. And I'm going to rock up real quick. We go Trailblaze. I'm fine with this move. You're a Life Orb, aren't you? Nope, you're not. So that means you're Boots. So I am going to swap into Zapdos in case you want to go for a move. Let's see, you're going to Ice move? Nope, you do not. Now I'm going to go to Pecharunt in case you want to go for an Ice move and see from there. Perfect. And from there, I'm going to go Terra Fairy, and I'm going to recover. Get an early Terra off. Play a little bit more aggressive than I was. Because playing a little bit aggressive is going to definitely work me out in my favor. But yeah, let's see how we're going to do. Let's see how this comeback does. So yeah, I'll be right back because they're really taking a little while. Because they said they have a little habit of that. So yeah, I'll be right back with the entire thing with them coming in. But yeah, this is going to be a long while for them to come back. So I'll be right back with it. We are back. It seems like they came back finally. I am going to assume they have their Zapdos. Do lose out on our poison type. So I'm going to go to my Zapdos in case I'm going to go for a move. They go Surf, which I'm not surprised about. I'm going to go for a Hurricane in case they want to swap into Torn. Not Tournament. My bad. I'm in another Pokemon. Mamoswine. I'm a Hurricane again in case you can go Mamo. It's probably your best move is going to Mamo. Yeah, there it is. And there's the Rock Chip. So you probably are not CB. You are another move. You'll probably never melt ice, I guess. I'm going to go Pecharunt right now in case you want to go for a move like that. Ice Crash. I do know you're going to go for that. I'm guessing you can go for a Earthquake. Let's see. You go Toxapex again. I do want to go for a move, but I do not want to go for it right now. I am going to go to my Excadrill right quick. Let's see what they're going to do. Are you going to Toxic? Surf. Pretty basic play. I do want to go for an Earthquake in case they go Torn. Yeah, I do know that I knew they're going to go for Torn. But yeah, I am going to go to my own Torn. Let's see. Nah, I should have did that. But yeah, you're going to knock off, aren't you? Focus Blast. Okay. That's going to be good. This is going to be good knowledge against that Torn. Let's see. They go Slowking. Get rid of its boots. I'm happy about that. Get rid of that. And I can just U-turn off. They're probably going to Chili, but I do not mind, you know, doing all this damage. Let's see. You go Zapdos. Probably go Mamo, right? You are going to go Mamo. Okay, you have a Snow going around. You go Torn, surprisingly. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to Roost and can go Weather Ball. Oh, this is a special sweeper. I see what you're trying to do. So what I'm gonna do now is, you do have Focus Blast, you do have all these moves. I am gonna knock off whatever move, and yeah, through the game. Congratulations, Trenton. You're an idiot. Not really, but yeah. Congratulations, you played yourself, they say. Well, yeah, this is very unfortunate. Yeah, this is definitely not a special attacker. Yeah, this is definitely not one of those. So they have one more turn of snow, unless this is, yeah, it's one more turn of snow. I'm gonna go you. You're probably gonna go for a regenerator. Yeah, you go with that. Boom. Do we get a knockout on the Latios though? Probably. You know what? I'm gonna go Bleak Wind. But yeah, this is probably a stupid play on my part to go for that. Should have went for a first impression, but I lost the game because of being stupid. So your Bleak Wind, hopefully a speed drop. Perfect. Perfect. So yeah, this means I can just go for a U-turn now. To go Cobalion, I'm fine with this. Sure, good Rocky Helmet chip, of course, because you glaze that thing like it's whatever. I'm gonna go you. I'm gonna do this. You probably have Zarude, so I'm gonna go Draco Meteor and knock out anything that's in my path. Let's see. Knock out. Oh, that's bad. Let's see. Volt Switch. I do understand that play. Are you going into your Toxic Pex? You go Slow King. Fine with me. I am gonna swap into my Torn. You're gonna go for Chilly Reception, aren't you? Yeah, you're gonna go Chilly Reception, aren't you? And unless you have another move called, you go Tornadus on your own. Perfectly fine with this move. I am gonna go Bleak Wind again in case you need to go for a nasty plot. Yeah, and there's a Terra Steel. They go Weather Ball. Yeah, and that's definitely not gonna knock you out. So hope for speed drop. Nope, unfortunate. But I'm gonna go my own Pecharunt in case they go for that Weather Ball again. Weather Ball. None much. So I'm gonna do now is I'm a Shadow Ball on your Toxapex. Yep. So do that. I'm going to get a special defense drop. I know you're going to go for Toxic. I'm going to go my own Torn. I'm going to knock you off, and I'm going to go from there. There's the Toxic. I do know that. You're going to do for that. I am going to U-turn in case you're going to swap. You go with Cobalion. Fine with me. Do more Rocks Chip and do more U-turn damage. Let's see. Fortunately, we get more. We get the Rocky Helmet stuff. But what I have to do now is I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt since I do knock you out, and the only way you win is go Slow King. Yep, you do go for that to predict. But unfortunately, we do have a Thunderbolt right then and there for you. And I can just go back to Torn in case you want to go Zarude. And see, let's go Zarude. Cobalion again, more Rocks Chip. What I might do now is U-turn. Yeah, I'm going to Bleak Wind real quick. Yeah, that's going to knock out the Cobalion. Perfect. That's that. And you go Mamoswine. Perfectly fine with this unless you're Ice Shard. I am going to go Pecharunt in case you go Ice Shard, right? Icicle Crash. So you're not faster. I'm fine with this. You go Recover. Earthquake is not going to do much damage. There's a Recover off. There's that. And I'm going to Shadow Ball. Toxapex, really nice play on that part. Let's see. Go Special Defense drop. Let's see. I'm going to swap into Torn. They're probably going to swap it to something else, right? Yeah, they're trying to Toxic, but they're not going to work on that. I'm going to knock off in case. Get rid of the boots, which I'm happy about, which are going to recover off the damage, which is probably not the best move they're going to do. I'm going to go for U-turn to get more Regenerator chip. And let's see if we just go to Latios and just Draco. Not Draco, Luster's Purge, my bad. Sorry. So I'm going to go Luster Purge. Let's see. You know what? I'm a Draco. There's no resistance, no fairy type. They go Mamoswine, which I understand why you went for. I might just swap out into something else. They're probably bringing Slowbro, Galar. Slowbro, my bad. Not Slowbro. I meant, whatever it's called. I'm going to go to my Torn. They're probably going to go for Slow King Switch. Yep, I do go for that. I am going to go for a U-turn again. Let's see when you're going to go to Toxapex again. Not a surprise. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to my Latios again. And let's play this game of stall, baby. Just trying to see if you can stall out. Let's go Draco. I'm not going to go for Luster Purge unless you want to go for that. I do think you're going to go to Slowbro. No, you try to sacrifice the... You try to sacrifice it. Pretty fair play. I'm going to go my own Torn. You're probably going to go for your Zarude, right? So, let's see. I am going to go for a Bleak Wind in case that... Brother. What are you doing? 70. I'm going to go for a Bleak Wind again. See what you could try to do from there. But yeah, we have the upper hand by being aggressive, but I do know they're going to go for a toxic poison. Yeah. So there's a little bit of damage. There's a surf again. It's going to do a little bit more chip damage. But I'm in a U-turn. Get some damage off. And I'm going to go back to Latios in case they want to surf. And if they want to recover, then that's their fault. Yep. And now I just go for another flip turn in case they want to swap. If they want to swap, then that's their fault. Zaru Dada. We get a good little prediction on that. We get a flip turn. No defensive drop. I am going to go to my Torn. And then go for it 4 times resist, 4 times effective U-turn, unless they want to swap it to something else because they fear the U-turn. Unless they're Scarf. They are Scarf. Okay. They are Scarf, which I'm happy about. So you just go Pecharunt. They are Scarf. Since they are faster than me, I do have that going on. I just go for a baited Nasty Plot. Let's see. And are you going to Haze? Is your set Haze? Or Shadow Ball? A lot of damage, or you Haze? You are Haze. So I just go to my Torn again in case I'm going to go for a Surf. Let's see. Haze again. They do go for a Nasty Plot shenanigans. Let's see. And I just go for a U-turn. In case they go Slow King. Perfectly fine with this play. There's that. And I just go back to my Pecharunt now. And just Nasty Plot again in case you want to swap the whatever move. You're going to Thunder Wave, aren't you? No, you're not. Surprisingly enough, you're going to go for your Toxic Picks again. More Rocks Chip. You're going to go for another Haze. I'm not going to be surprised about that if you do go for that. If you go for Toxic, that's going to be smart. But I do think that you're finally running out of gas. I'm going to Sludge Bomb in case you swap to Zarude. Go Torn, unfortunately. Oh, I should have went for that. Oh, well, oh, well, oh, well. I am going to think you're going to go for a... You have no Sludge Bomb, so I'm happy with going for another Nasty Plot. You go Nasty Plot and you're wrong. I say go for Shadow Ball. This is your only big damaging move rather than Focus Blast and Bleak Wind. Bleak Wind misses. I think we knock out the Torn. Let's go! Look at that right there. There's the Zarude and there's the GGs. And I am going to go for a Shadow Ball again. Power Whip is not going to do much damage. There's that. And then he said, oop, GGs. So yeah, that means they probably screwed around too much and found out the situation is going on here. I'm going to Shadow Ball, knock out the Toxic Pex, and screw Stall, baby. Screw Stall. So yeah, that's it. And that's GG's for game 2. For game 2. And we'll be right back with the final game for game 3. We'll be right then and there. All right, we got game 3. So it seems like they're playing with the different team. Not the same team. They have the same team. So yeah, we have something that's less weak to that. But we have an Elite Excadrill again. Let's see if they're going to go for the Cobalion once again. Good luck. Have fun. 3. There go Cobalion. Do I want to go for a move and going into... Let's see. You'll Body Press. You go CC. Let's go Body Press in case because you want to play that game. So yeah, it's going to be a 2-hit KO. So Body Press. I'm going to Stealth Rock. If you're a CC, that's not going to knock me out. I'm fine with this. Going for Stealth Rock. So yeah, what I might do is I'm going to go to my Torn right now in case I'm going to go for a Volt. They go Stealth Rock on their own, which I'm happy about. And what I'm going to do now is I'm a Heat Wave in case they go Slow King. I'm fine with this play going to Slow King. No burn, unfortunately. I am going to knock off. And not only that, but this would be a good play on their part. Getting rid of the boots and to go Chilly Reception. They're probably going to go do that same team they're going to do. So let's see how they're going to do. Probably just built 2 teams. They got Mamoswine right then and there. I am in a U-turn. This is probably Expert Belt. But I am going to go into... You want to go... Yeah, I'm going to go Pecharunt real quick. I am Boots on this. Are you EQing? You're Trailblazing. Okay. I'm going to do this. I'm going to Nasty Plot on this guy. I'm guessing you're going to go for Earthquake most likely. Yeah, you're going to go Earthquake. I'm going to go for Nasty Plot, get a beautiful Shadow Ball off. You know what? I'm going to Sludge Bomb in case you didn't go for that. You go that. Perfect play on my part. Do this. Sludge Bomb, no poison. And then I'm going to Shadow Ball in case you didn't go. That's another miss. My bad. Might be. Yeah, that's my bad separate situation because that's very unlucky for 2 in a row. So I'm going to recover in case you go Nasty Plot. I do go for that. I am going to go Shadow Ball now in case I go for Terra Steel. Okay. Okay. So that's really scary. I am going to go for this. In case I'm going to go for a Weather Ball. Not going to do much. But that is super, super scary. I am going to Discharge now. Because this is a different team. This is going to be a different set. And Discharge right here. Paralysis. There is the Paralysis right then and there. And I'm in a Hurricane now in case they swap to Cobalion. Ooh! Very good play on my part. And look at the crit! Oh, man! And let's see, I'm going to go for another Paralysis thing. There goes Zarude. Okay. Let's see, Discharge. Paralysis? No Paralysis. I'm going to U-turn in case you go for a knockoff. I do think you're going to go for that. And Paralysis too. Your Scarf. You ain't going to do nothing. I'm going to cry. I feel you. Just lower your speed. Let's see. Are you going to go for that? I'm just going to sacrifice the Excadrill. But let's see. Are you going to be that? Am I faster or am I slower? I am faster. I get rid of your rocks. And knockoff is going to knock out my balloon. Which is not really knock out. But you know what I mean. I'm going to go low kicks here. I'm going to U-turn on the play. Boom. And that's 2 versus 5. I'm 4 versus 5, which I'm happy about. I am going to go Hoopa. I am AV Hoopa. I am AV Torn. This is double AV. And let's see. Go Cobalion, which I'm fine with. Are you going to go for... Yeah, you got Body Press. I am going to go for a move. And I'm going to Paralysis on this. I'm going to sacrifice Zapdos. Body Press. Ain't going to do nothing. Paralysis? No Paralysis. I'm going to Roost. They go Flash Cannon. That's a very smart move. So your Body Press, Flash Cannon, Volt Switch. So what I'm going to do now is, I am fast, but I think you are faster, but I do not care. I am going to go Psychic Noise in case you think I'm slower. There's Body Press. Jeez, man! Look at that damage. We do have that. I do think to go Torn. That's my play. That's probably their play. I'm going to knock off in case Oblique Wind. Look at the damage right there. Knockoff does a lot of damage. We are mass attack on that. And let's see. Oh, well, GG's, GG's. Yeah, that's game 3, baby. We made it to Corporate Palace. We're probably going to face off against the winner between Muffin, my op, or we're facing off against the beautiful Draco Menace. The one that decides to do his entire thing based around his own self. But yeah, that's GG's right then and there, baby. GG's to Radvil. GG's to everyone in the games. I'll see you on the next one. Where we face off against the Draco Menace or the Muffin. See y'all right then and there.